Why me by Lenka? Because most people don't listen, but they always see you. Mostly, they see what they want to see. I am here to help them see you. We all have stories to tell. Stories that can help and inspire others. To me, we all are celebrities, stars. You don't need to be famous or wealthy to make a difference in someone's life. Just be the best you can be, because you never know who and when you will inspire someone with just you wearing you. We all have days when you can wait to face a new day, or you need to drag your ass out of the bed. We all know the struggle, we all have been there. So why not turn it into a positive thing? Picture yourself walking to work or yoga class, pitching to a client or presenting at work, going on a first date, being proposed and now you are bride to be. Did you beat and kick breast cancer in the ass? Or just being tired of hearing you are not good enough? You are too skinny, too fat, too sexy? Just picture yourself being able to wear you or your story. Wearing who you are, wearing what you love, wearing what you stand for, wearing what you believe in, and celebrating you and femininity. And when someone asks who you're wearing, you will proudly say, I'm wearing me. Me by Lenka is about celebrating us women through my sketches, celebrations of our curves, careers, and life in general. I believe that besides being great mothers, architects, teachers, lawyers, nurses, doctors, and many other occupations, we are women first and we are awesome when we want to be, so why not wear it and share it with the world? You were born to make an impact. Besides expressing yourself, you are being part of a bigger picture. My goal, 10% from profit of every sold item will go towards savings to create the foundation Me Beautiful, which will help women feel beautiful once again by paying for reconstructive surgery after winning the battle with breast cancer, reconstructive surgery after accidents, vicious attacks, birth defects, weight loss, skin removal. Don't you ever forget, you are beautiful and unique in your own way, so rock your life no matter where you go. Don't let them box you in. Always with love, Lenka.
All right. That was a hell of an introduction, wasn't it? You doing all right tonight?
Yes. How are you,
Okay.
sexy?
I am good. Thank you.
Oh, that video always makes me cry. I was I was tearing up while I was watching it, and I created that video, what, 3 years ago, 4 years
Yeah.
ago? It just, all my heart, all my life
Yeah.
experience. I put, oh my God, you see my eyes? I was tearing up for that.
That's awesome.
Wow.
That's an amazing video. Like
I
that
love
was,
that video.
yeah.
I sound like a big narcissistic person, but
No, not at all.
I love that
Um,
video.
it kind of just is the epitome of who you are, isn't it? Like that is just everything about who you are poured out into like 3 minutes.
My life experience, yes.
Yeah, that is
I
awesome.
I all my life since I was a little girl, I wanted to be an architect. So I still can't believe I'm on this journey and doing things for women and celebrating us when all my life I wanted to stay away from women. I have no relationship with my mom. I have a cold relationship with my sister. I never had any females who, in my life supporting me.
Hmm.
So when suddenly I created this, I was like, and actually it was a healing for me too. I
Yeah.
needed healing, and I was like, maybe, I can help other women too, because I was doing these t-shirts for myself first.
Hmm.
Like I remember, when I gained weight, my mother always said, oh, you have a nice dress, but you are too fat for that. You shouldn't wear this, you shouldn't wear that.
Hmm.
And I always loved myself, whether I was size 100 and 112 pounds and size 3 or 200 pounds,
Yeah. Yeah.
I I didn't care. I love my curves. I loved who I am, and that's how I started doing T-shirts for my mother, because people didn't listen when I said I don't care what you think, what you say. So I made t-shirts for my mother, for my boss. When I was in the field of architecture, and that's how it started 4 years
Yeah.
ago. One day I just woke up and I was like, why not do this for other women who go through the same crap as I do, always constantly being, put down for their look or criticized for their look, not getting credit for their work. So, but it grew into something more spiritual last 2 years. I am shocked, you know.
Yeah.
I never, it started with more like an ego and healing for me, and show other people that you can love yourself and who cares what other people think about you.
Right on.
And because I noticed that, like for example, my boss at work, he always criticized my work, but he always compliment. Like whenever I did something perfect, he never said, "Oh, you did a great job." But when I did a little mistake, he couldn't stop, for hours. And they always complimented on my clothes, the way I look, but never for what I did for them.
Right.
And the same thing with my mother and people around me, always telling me I'm fat. It's like I see myself in the mirror. I know, you don't have to tell me. I didn't ask for it. Oh, Wendy's here.
So
That's
look,
my.
yeah, I was going to tell you, you must have sent her the Restream link because she is backstage just like you were right now.
Oh no, I sent her the other one, but I guess she didn't see it.
Yeah, so
I messed up, but whatever.
No.
She's here.
no, you're good. Yeah, she's backstage.
She is actually, because of her, I am on that spiritual path. So like I was telling you about, it was more about physical thing, about like showing people that we can be beautiful and sexy and smart at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to donate to women with cancer, and because it's important for women to understand that we are more than physical appearance, but we can be sexy and beautiful and smart at the same time.
Yeah.
So, and then 2 years ago, my kitten died, my first pet ever, my Eiffel, and I was devastated. As the same moment as like my husband died. It's so weird to compare it, but
Mm-hmm.
I was heartbroken. I was like, I can't believe God, you did it to me again,
Mm-hmm.
And she brought me on a spiritual path. Like she showed me how to meditate.
Mm-hmm.
And I started with 5 minutes. I tell people, because I was always hyper, I said, that's not for me. Meditations are not for me. I'm too hyper. I need to do other stuff, Zumba, yoga, dance.
Mm-hmm.
But I was in so much pain. And she said, start with 5 minutes. And I did 5 minutes every day for a week. Then I added 7 minutes, 10 minutes. Now I can go for 40 minutes. And with that, I suddenly was getting messages, like not like psychic messages, but like really God-related images,
Mm-hmm.
So, and thanks to her, I got into that spiritual path. Now I'm like, it's crazy. I don't even know how I end up here.
Yeah.
All I wanted to be a famous architect.
Now look at you.
And now I'm creating spirit. Like I just love my art.
Yeah.
My mother, my sister hates it. They always see only boobs and vaginas. You don't want to know what I heard my mom saying to someone. Her effed up. My mother said to someone, I called her on the phone, and she was like, "Oh, she's a effed up artist wannabe with her effed up art."
Oh no.
My own mother. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh great. So that's all what they see.
Yeah.
So
Well, you post a lot of it on LinkedIn, and it's really amazing. Like the way you do and it's, I mean, I'm not an artist, so I don't even know the right words to describe it or whatever, but it's really pretty, like I like it.
And you know what? Because I drew since I was 4 years old. So to me, and it's so funny how my pet, I always wanted to be an architect. I always played with Lego since I was 4 years old. But everybody, even at school of architecture, and they always said my art is sexy. My buildings are sexy. My spaces are sexy. My presentations are sexy. But whenever they called me artist, I was so angry because there was something I grew up with. I drew since I was 4 years old. I took classes. 12 years of art, 4 years of interior and furniture design, 7 years of architecture. So, when they call me an artist, I'm like, that everybody can draw, so I was so angry, and now I'm calling myself an artist.
Not everybody can draw. Let me show you the extent of my drawing real quick.
No, but I don't have patience. That's why I'm sketching. It's quick expression,
That's it.
That's my grandma's princess.
That's what I can draw right there.
And I don't know, nobody can draw in my family. Nobody, my father is a doctor, my uncle is a doctor, my mother is a librarian, a musician. She plays piano. My sister
Hmm.
play, you know, nobody draws. So I don't know where it comes from.
Yeah.
But
Gabe is here. What's up, Gabe? Enrique is here. We got a lot
hi
of people
guys.
here. Man,
Oh,
Charlene is here. Kenny is here. That is Lupe right there.
where is my love, Lupe? Where is
That's
she?
her. That's her on the screen. It just says LinkedIn user.
Oh, oh, I
Now
love
you found your
her.
Jersey
Oh,
twin,
my love. I love her so much.
Valerie. Hey,
She reminds
Val.
me of me with the music video, YouTube videos. Oh,
Yeah,
oh, I'm so happy she's
yeah,
here.
she's here.
I asked her to come and join me.
Yeah, she said she was
I
going to
was
make
so
it.
because I was so upset. I was so shy about my accent. I mean, can
Yeah.
you understand me?
Yes, we can understand you.
Well, I had my first boss and my professor in the 5th year of architecture telling me like that I don't speak English. He was such a dick. He was telling me he didn't know how I made it through architecture with my English.
Well, you've been here long enough now that I'm sure
No,
some of your acts.
no,
You've been in America.
I finished my architecture. I started late. I
Oh
started in
yeah.
2000. Yeah, I was 28 when I entered. I was 28, and
Well,
then 6 months.
that was like what, 20 or 30 years ago?
Fuck you. Do I look that old? Great, thank you.
No, you don't look that old.
No, I started late because of the green card paperwork, you know, then they
Mhm.
messed up my paperwork in school, of course, and JIT. So I was 28 when I entered a school and I finished
Okay.
5 years. Plus, I worked full time because my husband died 6 months after first semester. So
Hmm.
I worked full time plus studying architecture. So in 2013, I was already here, what, 12 years.
Okay.
So my English was the same as it is now. He just hated me because I didn't respect him at all. He was such a douche.
Well, Beth said your accent is sexy.
Oh no, she needs to get hearing when we go to the hearing. Thank you.
Lupe loves your accent.
No, she said I remind her Polish sister-in-law. I love Lupe. Oh my god, I can't wait to see her one day in person.
Oh my God.
That would be nuts.
Wherever y'all meet will never be the same again.
I believe you. I'm
Never.
wearing all black for her as a Jersey girl. I'm wearing the leather pants and a t-shirt, all in black, like her. I put my Jersey clothes on. Oh, I miss my winter. Yeah, hello. Yeah, my accent is whatever. I don't want to talk about it anymore. Like I told you earlier, British and French accent is beautiful, but not
French is
Slovakian.
like that used to be my favorite
Oh,
accent in the world was a French
and
accent.
music, oh my God. You know, but when I paint, I usually start painting with meditation music, with positive affirmation for love, health, wealth, for like a few hours, like 3 4 hours. And then when I'm already done with the basics, why are you laughing?
Because Gabe said I would love to hear your voice before I get shot, like in the movies.
What does that mean? I don't know.
Turn on a little background music.
Oh. Is that a good thing or bad thing?
I think that's a good thing.
Oh, okay. So whatever. But like that's what I was saying. I love playing like French music, those chansons or whatever you call them.
Mm-hmm.
When I do like the sexy paintings.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see the one thing.
Yeah, no, we can see it.
No, you don't see it.
No.
Hey. Come here. Hi, say hi. Isn't he cute?
Yeah, I think
No.
he's less than impressed though.
Oh, he's love, my love. Hi, baby. Okay, bye. So, yeah.
So you have like a whole ass process before you start painting then, huh?
Usually I have visions. Like, you know, when I meditate, I haven't meditated in like a week because of the dog. But usually, like I said, like when I started to meditate, I get visions. And when I have a vision, like let me tell you about meditate. Like when I started to meditate with Wendy, and a pandemic happened, and that was the first thing. Like I had a real beautiful vision. Like we didn't know what's gonna happen, and I was stuck in Europe with grandma for 3 months. Not stuck. I decided to stay. I shouldn't say stuck. I decided to stay there for her. And as I went into meditation, there was the first like serious vision. I asked God like what to do. I was so scared for my grandma because she was 92. And we didn't know what's gonna happen. So I went into meditation, and I meditated 3 times a day because I couldn't go anywhere. Everything was shut down, right? We were all scared. It was in March. So I meditated morning, lunch, and evening. And I asked God, how do I heal myself, or how do I protect myself? And I got this image, and it's very, very special for me. This one here, you know. Can you see?
Okay. Yeah.
It's like a white healing light from God's hands. So that's basically how I started. Like I get visions. I only meditate, and then suddenly I see visions. And when I get this vision more than a week, I can get it out of my head. I start painting it. So that's my process. And then while I'm painting, I get another vision, an idea, and it just comes from my heart now.
Yeah.
Mostly visions, but I love it. I love it.
So not only do you paint, but tell us a little bit about like your clothing line.
Well, it's basically the same thing. I'm just wearing it because, like I said in that video, like a lot of people see you, but they don't hear you. You know, they don't want to hear your message. Like that's my experience at work. Whenever I presented idea at work, my boss didn't listen. But when I took my work for a weekend home, I did my own work for a weekend. I made a whole presentation, the vision. I did it. I liked it. I presented to him on Monday, and he loved it. So I saw that maybe, you know, if I wear my stuff, my messages on the t-shirts, on the clothes, maybe people will see it, you know, because they always see what you're wearing. They always complimented me or hated me, you know. So like for my mother, like she said, like I'm too fat to wear tight clothes. So I made a t-shirt with women saying this and whatever, you know, and people notice it without saying anything.
Right.
So I got tired of telling people like, you know, how they shouldn't treat me or how they shouldn't act. And I started wearing it. And that's how I decided to create One Day Me by Lenka. I just woke up and suddenly I was like, why don't I do these sketches on t-shirts? And then it grew into more spiritual stuff. Like, you know, like I'm wearing, this is the first painting I painted after my husband died. I stopped painting and creating when Jimmy died for 10 years. I lost the passion. And this was the first painting I did. It's called Out of the Darkness. It's a print, but I add color to it, like fabric gold. So, and I decided to wear it, and that's why I call it me, because, you know, when someone asks who you're wearing, you usually say Gucci or whatever the brands, you know, and you will say I'm wearing me. Basically, you're basically wearing yourself. Whatever, whoever you are, whatever you think, you know, whatever you want to share, the message.
Yeah.
So that's why I call it me. I couldn't call it legally only me, so I had to add my name. I didn't want to call it Me by Lenka. I just wanted to be me.
Yeah. Why couldn't you call it me?
Because when you were applying, you had to have more than one letter. Like, you know, you couldn't call it only me. Like legally, when I was applying on Jersey website or whatever you apply for the business, for the I don't know, tax number or whatever, and legally paperwork, you couldn't have it only me. So, and I had it, it's called first me in sketch, but then my partner screwed me over, so I had to, my lawyer said I cannot use anything we did together, so I had to start from the beginning 4 months later, so I called it Me by Lenka.
Okay.
But Me by Lenka, it's so little, you can barely see it, you know? I want it to be me, because like when you're wearing it, you're basically wearing yourself. So, and I think a lot of women can relate to it.
Yeah, absolutely. I was looking on the website earlier, and you like just the way you think about stuff and the way you analyze it and all that, like just blows me away, because like my mind does not work like that at all. So when somebody is very analytical like that and like puts a lot of deep thought into it and everything has meaning, like you said, you have a sketch for everything, right? Um,
Oh, my life is crazy story since childhood, So now I know why I was going through all that crap.
yeah.
So hold on, I'm gonna let my cat out. Sorry, I'm
Okay.
sorry.
No,
I'm
you're
sorry.
good.
Go, go. Bye bye.
So
Go.
while she is doing that,
I
you
am so
can
sorry.
visit her website. No, you're
Oh,
good. Her website, that's just like her
so
store where she has the clothes and the bags and stuff like that, is mebylenka.com.
yeah.
But she was saying on her Instagram, which is at @mebylenka, is where like you showcase a lot of your art and stuff, right? And your art is available for sale too, right? Not just the clothes.
Yeah, not just for flirting with men. I get a lot of messages from men, and when it comes to buying it, they always like, "Oh, I can do it right now." I'm like,
Yeah.
whatever. Don't do that to me anymore. I'm just like tired of it.
I imagine, and yeah, men, damn men. Um, but
But I'm surprised because women love my art. I
yeah,
never had a great experience with women. Like I said, I started with my mother. I don't have a close relationship with my sister. All my girlfriends all my life in Slovakia growing up were comparing me to my sister is gorgeous. My
Mhm.
sister is like a model, tall, skinny, beautiful. Like when she walks down the street, the men turn their heads like almost like close your mouth, like you can, it's
Mhm.
walking hard. But
Mhm.
uh, and my friends were like, "Oh my God, I wouldn't want to have sister like you. I would be afraid to bring boyfriend home," you know. Or when I came here, my girlfriends were sleeping with my boyfriend. So I never had a good relationship with women,
Yeah.
you know. So I'm shocked, and I guess that's the experience I needed to show the woman that you don't have to be miserable and angry, and
Mhm.
we are not each other's competition.
Mhm.
Because I never seen women as a competition. I always was open. My heart was always open. I welcome the girls in my life, friends,
Mhm.
and then they screw me over.
Mhm.
So, and I felt like maybe if they heal themselves or they see that they are beautiful in their own, that's why my sketches are like women. Like I showed you the diagram where
Yes.
everybody has their own signature. Like you can see picture and you see, oh, it's a Picasso, it's Van Gogh, it's a Monet, So
Do you want
I
to? Do you want to put that
exaggerate
up on the
the
screen? Huh?
me.
Yeah. Do you want to put that diagram on the screen?
I mean, they can check it out. I don't know if they
Okay.
are interested.
Okay.
It's just showing that that's why I do the curves and I exaggerate them because
Mhm.
like my sister said like, oh, I don't like that you show vagina and big boobs. I don't have big boobs. I was like, this is not about you. I said this is about our curves. If you
Mhm.
can see my sketches, one boob is smaller, one boob. It's like my hand going.
Mhm.
It's just that's how we are. God created men. They have a DICK. We have a BJJ. So that's why that's how I exaggerate it. So in
Right.
my in my art because we
Yeah.
are all beautiful, whether we are small boobs or big boobs or whatever.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I
I
only
agree.
have big boobs because I gained 70 pounds. So
Right.
my sister said, "Oh, it's easy for you when you have big boobs." I was like, "Well, gain 70 pounds like I did, and you helped too."
Right.
But I had no boobs when I was skinny, and I was happy with it. I didn't
Yeah.
have to wear a bra. Oh, so you can never win. Some women are
Yeah.
never happy.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah. So, and then my sketches are exaggeration of woman curves. That's all. We have hips, we have
Yes.
the triangle, and we have the boobies. You
Yeah.
know. So, and I love to celebrate it. You
Yeah.
know. I don't want women to say, "Oh, I cannot wear it because I don't have big boobs." It's not about boobs. It's my expression of femininity. I call her
Right.
femininity. You know.
Yeah.
And that's how I see it. Like Picasso saw triangles in women's boobs or whatever.
Hmm.
Monet draw differently. So that's my style. And red lips.
And red lips. Yeah. I
Wow.
like that you do the red lips. Like that's really the almost not always, but that's like your color pop on
Yeah,
everything.
that's I want it to be like signature because when I created Me by Lenka, I was like, there has to be like some one sentence to like represent your brand, so you don't have to tell the whole story, right?
Right.
So I had two sentences come to me, like you were born to make an impact, which is the message that every woman is born to make an impact. We are not each other's competition,
Right,
Like,
exactly.
people don't understand. I don't see myself beautiful, but that doesn't mean that I don't love myself. I love what I see in the mirror. I wouldn't want to look like anybody else. But the way I look, it's not my kind of beauty, And my sister is like, how can you talk about beauty and loving yourself when you don't think you are pretty? Because me being pretty has nothing to do with loving myself. I love what I see in the mirror, but do I think I'm beautiful? No. It's not my kind of beauty,
Well,
And I
you
just
are.
want every. Oh, shut up. What else would you say to me? It's like, are you ugly? Oh, no, like my mother. My mother says, oh, you are more beautiful in pictures than in reality. I was like, thanks, Mom.
Yeah, gee, thanks.
My mom is really something else.
Yeah. Well,
She's
Lupe
still
says
healing.
she's still healing.
If I wasn't born, if I didn't know she was pregnant with me, I would think she found me somewhere by the garbage can or something.
Dang.
I have a horrible relationship with my mom,
That's terrible.
but I love her. She had,
Is
we
she
all.
is she over here or is she in Slovakia?
No, that's how I end up here.
Mm.
My sister was, because my sister and her are like this, Like my sister is upset with my sister, my mom, and I'm like the black sheep in the family. But my sister was denied visa so many times, and because I finished second year of architecture and so hard to get into architecture in Slovakia, they thought I had 4 more years to go, so they gave me visa without even an interview. I was the only one, Chris, waiting at 4 o'clock in the morning in front of the American embassy. Everybody were like, oh, I hope they're gonna give me visa. Oh, I hope, because my friend was denied and blah blah. And I'm the only one standing there. I was like 7th or 8th in the line, and I'm thinking, oh geez, I hope they're not gonna give me visa.
And you're the only one that got it.
Oh my god! And the process was like, either they give you visa right away or you go for interview afternoon.
Yeah.
My luck was I was the only one who got visa right away. And actually, I wanted to. And my mother was here already 4 years because she needed. It has a lot to do with laws and family, and my father, alcoholism, and I had a horrible childhood. So she had to come here and make money to help us get another apartment to leave him. So I hate Slovakia and their laws. So that's why she came here. And my grandfather was an American. He emigrated here in 1969.
Okay.
He left my grandma for another young nurse and came here. So that's a family history. So it's such a strong woman. Me, my sister, and my mother, and my grandma.
Yeah.
So my mother ended up here, and I got visa 4 years later. So I wanted to lie to her. I was gonna lie to her because I had a great life. The 2 years of architecture in Slovakia were the best years of my life. So I was gonna lie to her, but I just don't like lying. I'm not good at it, and I felt bad, because she was sending me money. She found $500 at that time in 2001. Got me through whole semester. I paid my tuition. That was for free. I paid my dorm. I went to theaters. I had nice clothes. I didn't have to work for 7 months.
Really?
$500. Yeah. So that's how I ended up here. And then I came on July 27, 2001. And you know what happened 2 months later, right? So I didn't want to leave my mother here. And after 9/11 happened, I fall in love with Americans, how they came together. I've never witnessed that ever before. Because Slovakian people are very cold. Like, if my cow dies, I want neighbors 2 cows die. Like, that's the mentality of Slovak people. If I don't do well, I don't want anybody else to do well. I've never seen that kind of togetherness, and that's how I love my LinkedIn people here. Like, you guys are my family. Like, I'm so blessed to see all these patriots, and like, oh my God, I'm beyond blessed with my LinkedIn connections. I just love it.
When I was driving to work this morning, trying to figure out, because usually when I'm driving to work, I'm thinking about what I'm going to post on LinkedIn for the day, and I knew I was going to promo this, and so I was thinking about what to say, and that's a terrible time to do it because you can't write it down, and so in the 15-minute drive from my house to work, I forgot what I was going to say. And what was going through my head was that, she loves America more than most people that are born here.
And
I
I love
think,
this country from 2001. This is what's going on. I seen it in 2001 when I came here. You know, I always say I was Candace Owens, but I was white, so nobody cared. I grew up in New Jersey. I basically raised myself because when I came here, my mother and I didn't get along, and after a month, I had to leave, and I found myself a job, hour and a half away from her. So I basically raised myself on my own. And I grew up in Harrison, New Jersey, where it's mostly Latino people, you know, not Latino, right? The Puerto Ricans, and they hated me. I was a white whore or whatever. The women hated me. You know, they were picking on me. Women on the bus because I was taking bus to work as a waitress. I know when the guy, I have a story when one black guy, we were like looking at each other, and like after a month, I was very shy. I didn't speak English at that time, but like we saw the connection, you know, and he gave me the number, and the woman like, oh, you don't take our man, you know, like I was experiencing a lot of racism here at the beginning, first year, and a lot of people didn't speak English. I was like, how is that fair? I had to learn English to survive in America, you know. So I was wearing a t-shirt, welcome to America, now speak English. And I just fall in love with Americans. Americans loved me from day one. They accepted my craziness. They didn't think I'm dreaming too much. They didn't think I'm crazy, you know.
yeah.
And 9/11, the togetherness and flags and patriotism and like how much people love their country, I've never seen it. And I fall in love with that. And I fall in love with Manhattan. Like I feel like I belong to Manhattan. Like when I walk Manhattan, I'm like in my home. Like I love my Manhattan. I miss it so much. So I love this country. It gave me so much opportunity. You know, people in Slovakia always made fun of me. Teachers, I had horrible experience with teachers during communism, and even after communism. That doesn't change.
Right.
You know, you don't just switch the mentality because the communism is over.
Right.
So I was always that black sheep, like, you know, she's too stupid. I remember I was 9 years old and the teacher was like saying something and I'm thinking, how come she's so stupid? But it wasn't like the education thing, but like, I don't know, the narrow-minded thinking. You know, oh, I'm boring you? Thanks.
No.
Am I boring you?
No, you're not boring me.
Oh my God. I'll shut up.
No, please don't shut up. If you shut up, that means I have to talk, and then I'm not very good at all that.
No, I'm boring you. Go ahead.
No, I don't have anything to say. I'm listening.
You don't have anything to say?
No, this is the Lenka show tonight.
No.
Yes.
I told you, when I start talking and I'm passionate about art and America, I can shut up.
No, don't shut up. I was going to say though too, something that I was thinking about is it just from talk. I have another friend, and I won't mention her name because I don't know how much of it she wants out there. But her mom immigrated from Cuba to Spain and to escape communism, and they are so patriotic too. And
it's not even communism. It's about that you can be who you want to be. Like, I cannot stand people who say, oh, I don't have money, I'm from poor family. I came here, I didn't speak English, I had no family to hold my hand. I found myself a job, I cleaned the houses for a year, I was treated like shit, I waitress, I babysit, I did all the things, I saved money for 8 years, and I put myself through college, I paid for college, you know, I took the loans on, and I put myself through architecture, you know. So if people say, oh, I can't afford it, you can do anything you want if you put your mind into it, you know what I mean? It took me 8 years to get back to architecture because all of my life I wanted to be an architect, and now my grandma is telling me I wasted money on architecture. Because she helped me financially. I was going through really difficult time when my husband died, and third year was just, I thought I was gonna kill myself, you know. So if someone says and cry to me about like, oh, how unhappy and unlucky they are living here, I want to smack the crap out of them. You know, because if I can do it, and I didn't speak English, I didn't have parents, I didn't have uncles, I didn't have aunts, I didn't have cousins, I didn't have any of friends. I was on my own. So, and I did it. You know, I became an American, I finished my degree, I accomplished everything I wanted. Go to daddy. So, my kitten is meowing here. So, am I boring you?
No, not at all. I was answering a comment over here
Hi, Julie.
on
Oh, Julie's
LinkedIn.
there. Hi, Lenka. Julie.
Yeah. But I
Aww.
think, people that have either escaped communism or not even that so much, but, like you came from another country and your appreciation for it is more than, well, hi, Kitty, is more than someone, more than
He's
someone
my
who was
baby.
born here. You know what I mean? Because we kind of
Yeah.
take it for granted.
But you know what I don't understand, Chris? I know so many people in New Jersey, like that's the people I met there for 19 years. I lived in New Jersey, so I call myself a Jersey girl. Because
Yeah.
I came here when I was 22 and I raised myself. I didn't know anything about economy. I didn't know anything about banking. I didn't know anything. I basically learned English and did everything on my own, you know? So even people, like I have a few friends whose parents came from Italy during World War II. Like, shouldn't they know better? And they are stubborn. I don't want to go into politics right now, but they are not on the right side of the history, let's say.
Right.
And they are kids of immigrants. I said their parents must be turning in the grave or yelling from heaven, like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Why did I bring you here?
Right. Yeah.
So no country is perfect, but I say America is perfect in my eyes, and
Hmm.
it just I am free to be me. I was always judged in Slovakia. I'm too stupid, I'm too ugly compared to my sister. I was never pretty enough, never smart enough. I remember my teacher telling my mother she's stupid, she needs to go to 3 years school without degree, and my mother said no. That's the only one time she stand up for me. And I went
Yeah.
to study interior and furniture design. I didn't like math and I didn't like teachers since I was a little girl. I just felt like, not arrogant way, but I always knew that I know more than they do. And now I understand it. I didn't understand it before.
Yeah.
I was just different. I never felt like I belonged to Slovakia. I never felt home. I
Hmm.
always blamed the way I grew up on my father, the stress and horror we went through. But now I know that my soul belongs here. So I feel like an American with stupid accent.
Yeah. You don't have a stupid accent.
I know when people always, I hate that question. So where are you from? And I know it's opening questions, like you want to start conversation. I know
Yeah.
they want to be just nice and just hate that question. So I say from New Jersey. So, so
Well, I mean,
I know I can be an ass. So,
it's okay. It's okay to be an ass sometimes.
some people want to be polite and like start conversation and ask me where I'm from because my accent gives away all the time, right?
Hmm.
So I say from New Jersey. North.
And they probably look at you like, huh?
No, then I say I'm from Slovakia. Then I'm just being a dick at the beginning, and then I say I'm from Slovakia. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I told you I have a crazy mouth sometimes.
So I've had another friend on the show. I said East New Jersey, right? East New Jersey.
I'm a North one. I'm Lyndhurst. It's funny how I upgraded. I tell my boyfriend that he was like my Prince Charming. I went from Harrison, New Jersey to Kearney, New Jersey, and it's like right next to each other.
Hmm.
Like Harrison was like totally like in ghetto, and then Kearney was like okay, and Harrison was like, and Lyndhurst was like upscale. Like I had a Manhattan view. That's
Hmm.
where I met my boyfriend, and he moved me into his apartment.
Okay. In
So
Manhattan?
no. I wish no, he's not
Oh,
that
okay.
rich. I hope he's listening right now. No, we live in Lyndhurst, which is like we
Lyndhurst.
had the
Okay,
view
yeah,
of
yeah.
Manhattan.
Oh,
We had
okay,
a
I
view.
got you.
I
I
woke
got you.
up to sunrise over the Manhattan, sunset over. Oh my God, he fall in love with Florida. I mean, Florida and Naples is gorgeous. You are
Hmm.
like on vacation 24/7. I never
Yeah.
seen miserable person here, but I just don't belong here. And Joe said, my boyfriend was like, "You need to stop saying that to people. You're offending people." But I was like, I don't mean to offend people. I just don't belong here.
Yeah.
And I love our governor. I love this town. I love it here, but I just belong into Manhattan. It just, my soul is there.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I had a past life in there or something. When I entered Manhattan for the first time, because when I lived in Harrison on my own, You know, I didn't know anybody. So for weekends, I used to walk Manhattan up and down, right and left. Like I know Manhattan better than people born in Manhattan. So I remember the first time I walked out of the pad, like through the station, like in 9/11, like the World Trade Center. And I walked out, and I something like in my heart, like suddenly I felt like I'm home.
Yeah.
You know. So, you see the
I have never been to Manhattan.
Oh,
Never been to New York.
let's go.
I want to go. I don't want to go right now though.
Let's go, you and Lupe, and we will meet together in Manhattan.
Let's go. Hell, Lupe's already up there. Well, she's in.
I know she is. I'm so jealous.
I know. She's home.
I know. My boyfriend says I send you there for vacation. I was like, that's not point. You know, I miss wearing my scarves and my ankle boots. Like I stopped taking care of myself here. The only thing I wear is like sweatpants and flip flops. You know, there is no more like jeans. No more. Like I tried to put jeans on when I was going to Slovakia for cold weather. Like I had muffin tops. Like, you know, there is nothing stopping you from expanding here because everything is stretchy.
Well, Florida's kind of the land of flip flops, though. So.
And I hate it. I love high heels. I have so many. I have like 150 pair of shoes.
Holy
crap! And boots and high. I used to work in Manhattan. I used to wear. You know, I was a fashionista. I'm not saying I was wearing expensive clothes, but like I always, you know, my shoes, my. Oh, I miss my shoes and boots and scarves and.
Yeah.
No, I'm like expanding in yoga pants and flip flops. I'm even wearing. I'm even wearing flip flops now.
Lupe says, "Let's go to New York City together."
Oh, that's right. Yes. Let's go. I'll meet her there. I'll meet you there. Very much.
Lord, Julie, shoe lovers unite. I don't know why the emojis are not showing up right tonight. Usually the emojis.
Oh, shoe lovers unite. That's right.
Yep.
I have, Julie, I have an image for that too. If you go on my Instagram, you can find a shoe lover image. I have a naked woman sitting with a bunch of shoes on the floor, can't decide which one she's gonna wear. I have an image for everything. I have an image for everything, Julie. I used to, like, I have a naked woman sitting on the corner, like exhausted from all these shoes. And then she has high heel on one foot and boot on the other foot. And it's like shoe lover across, you know? Let me see. Oh, yeah. I love shoes.
Julie, that's her Instagram right there on the screen at me by Lenka. You can go there and check it out.
Yep.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I have everything. Yeah, I basically started, like I said, my life story, you know, and then it went to more spiritual stuff, and I just love it. And I healed through my art, and maybe, and you know, and helped other people. And I love when women buy my art. Like that's, you know, I know men like boobs. I know men will always compliment art. Like, you know, it's like men, right? you guys think with that, we think with that, you know.
Hang on, we don't all think with that. But
so anyway, I love and I, you know, I start incorporating men because men are part of women, you know.
Yeah, it says on your LinkedIn profile you celebrate masculinity too, masculinity and femininity.
Because I love men. Like we wouldn't, you know, we are complementing each other. We are the softer part, and you are guys like protectors, you know. So I used to, you know what, I was pissed when I created Me by Lenka 6 months later. The Me Too movement started, you know, and I was so pissed because it had similar me in that stuff, and I just started 6 months ago before that. So I was like, it's gonna ruin my brand because it's gonna, like, people will think and that's what happened. So many people were like, oh, you are a man hater. I was like, no, I love men, you know. But my art is about healing and celebrating femininity, celebrating as women.
Right.
Because we all are beautiful and unique, you know. My sister has compliments all her life. My mother treated her like a princess. She's the most insecure person in the world. I remember standing next to her and I was always invisible. And I was never insecure. My sister said, I wish I had your confidence. I was like, well, me too.
So do you do any sketches of men? I mean, like, I know you do a lot of like men and women together.
Yeah, not really. When I do sketches of men, I do it like as a man celebrating a woman. You know, like the last art, when, I don't know if you saw Let me grab that one. I'll show you.
Okay. Yeah.
You see, when I do it in a way
Yeah,
that
sure
man
thing.
is celebrating a woman, very here, you know.
Let's just make the screen a little wider. There we
So
go.
he's celebrating her, he's holding her,
Mhm.
he's honoring her. So if I do man, it's more like he's honoring his woman, he's
Mhm.
celebrating her, he's
Mhm.
protecting her. So
Mhm.
in that way, I still want it to be about femininity because I don't know anything about being a man. And
Mhm.
my art comes from my heart and from
Right.
being a woman and what I experienced.
Mhm.
So I don't do much for men. Actually, I did only t-shirt because I was asked one of the connections who is no more allowed to be on LinkedIn. He asked me if I can do the t-shirt in God We Trust, the patriotic t-shirt about loving America. So that's how I started including men.
That's Lupe.
Oh, I love her. Oh my God, let's go to Manhattan together.
I know it, right?
So yeah, I don't do much men. I only do them well in art.
I was gonna say, hang on, wait a minute.
Let's drink to that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I celebrate femininity because I want every woman to love themselves. Like I want every woman to love themselves like I love myself, you know?
Mhm.
Just because I don't think I'm pretty, it doesn't mean that I don't love myself. I never had the idea like my sister has a fake boobs, you know, because she was unhappy. And I don't care. If you want to have fake boobs and fake ass and fix yourself up, I don't care. Whatever makes you happy, do it, you know?
Mhm.
I'm for it. I don't judge people, you know,
Mhm.
for that. But I just want women to see that they are beautiful and we are not each other's competition, you know? That was my
Mhm.
message because I was always hurt by women and I never see them as a competition. I never, like I remember friends telling me if I had sister like you, I would be so insecure. I never care. I never care because I said like if man love me, he will love me for my soul, not for my beauty. And that was a
Mhm.
good thing about it. I was like, maybe I'm not pretty, but at least I know he does for my, you know, but he loves me for my heart and for my nasty mouth or whatever, you know, like for my for my sarcasm. I don't know. At least I know he doesn't love me because I'm beautiful. So
But if he loves all that stuff about you, the inner stuff, he's gonna think you're beautiful on the
exactly.
outside
But
too.
no, but nah.
Yeah,
Some
he
people,
will.
you
I'm
know.
telling you, I'm a guy. I know these things.
No, okay, well, I'm not gonna argue with guys.
Yeah.
I just like how you see right there. You see
Right there, yeah. For all the
my
world to see.
that was that was the second painting I did it after my husband died. It's called
Oh, really?
Compassion. Yeah, and I loved it. I love big paintings, but they are so expensive to ship.
Mm-hmm.
So when I tell people like I don't charge much for paintings, like this painting would be like $700,
Yeah,
but just plain canvas it's $80. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And the acrylics and time spent on it. So I don't think I
Oh,
charge
yeah.
much, but I know I have a woman. Oh my God, she's awesome. She's one of my LinkedIn connections. She bought 2 paintings. She was willing to pay for shipping. Most men hate shipping. They wouldn't pay for shipping. I have 3 men who wanted to buy painting, but when I told them you have to pay for shipping, you know, I'm not
Yeah.
charging you $10,000 for a painting. So, you know, and
Yeah.
I value my work. I spend on it for days and meditate and material, you know. So, and I don't
So
think no, go ahead.
are your pieces, do you like sell prints of them? Or is it like when you paint one, like that's it? You only have the original?
I have only original, but like some of them I actually have a print. Some of them
Okay.
I have print.
Okay.
But still, original is original. I was like, women don't mind spending $1,000 on shoes, you know, that are destroyed within few years. Your painting is forever.
Yeah.
And I'm not charging $1,000 per piece, you know.
Right.
And actually, someone told me I underpriced my art, but because I never
You
could
probably
afford.
are.
Yeah, but because I never could afford nice things, that's why. And I think that's another thing that God made it this way that I could never afford things I love because I have expensive taste. I had to find my way. I had to find my way to create and being unique,
Yeah.
you know. And that's probably another gift and on this journey I had to experience because otherwise I wouldn't be forced to be creative, right?
Yeah.
Then I gained so much weight. I was so fat. Well, 200 pounds. I don't think I was, whatever. I'm 180 now, I guess.
Yeah.
But I couldn't find nice clothes, so I had to be creative and paint on it, or like, be unique.
Hmm.
So
You had a Louis Vuitton taste on a Target budget.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think I'm overcharging. I want people to have nice things, and I'm
Hmm.
not, maybe I'm not making great. That's why I'm broke. But I want people to be happy.
How long does it take you normally to do a painting? Like, I'm sure it varies depending on what it is and how it,
Well,
I'm
this
sure.
piece it took me 5 days,
Okay.
because sometimes you have to. Sometimes, like, I start, and then I meditate on it, and then look at it next day. I usually do two paintings at the same time, so I meditate and I see different things and something that I add
Hmm.
to it and fix it. So usually 4 to 5 days the max. I never did longer than that. And
Yeah, I
some
think
paint.
you're probably grossly undercharging yourself.
Well, nobody wants to pay. Someone want to buy this painting, and he was like, "I'll give you 350 for it." I was like, "Go f yourself." I was like, "For 350,
I know.
And I have this painting. I don't. And someone offered me $1,000 for this painting, and I didn't want to sell it. I just love that painting.
Hmm.
So, and I need the money, but I was like, no, this painting is not going.
Well, that one has some special.
I don't know why. I just don't want to let it go. It's
Well, you
part
said that
of
was
me.
the first one that you did after your husband
No,
died, right?
this one was the first
That
one.
one was okay.
That's the print I did. That was the first one.
Okay.
And actually, no, to buy it, I was charging it for. It was like a 15 by 15, and I was charging it only $150 for it.
Hmm.
And it was on Instagram for like 2 months, and nobody bought it. So I said to myself, funny story. I was like, well, next time someone comes to my house, he will get it, And next thing you know, Wendy came to my house, and she couldn't stop staring at the painting. Next day, I was like, you have it. I said it loud, so she got that painting, my best friend. Oh, Russ was
Russ.
asking.
Yeah, Russ.
On
You can find
Instagram.
her artwork
On Instagram.
on Instagram.
Or on LinkedIn. I post everything I
She
do on
posts
LinkedIn.
on LinkedIn.
And then you
Her-
have to message me. I don't have a website where you can go and buy it, because or sometimes if you want something, I have commissions, like this woman who saw my painting. She bought it, but then she had a vision. She saw something on one of the t-shirts, and she said if I can do the evil eye for her as a painting. So I meditated, and I had a different evil eye, and did another painting. So I do, collaborate with people. So whatever they want or they feel, I can meditate and do it.
Yep.
But most of my art, I post everything. I'm open book. I can talk about anything. My boyfriend hates it. He's opposite of me. He's very quiet. He doesn't want people to know anything. And he's outgoing, as we were talking about, right? Like, he's the light of the party, and like I'm very shy. But then I'm open book. I can talk about anything and everything.
Yeah.
I don't need to know personally to tell them anything.
Right.
My boyfriend's like, would you shut up? Nobody needs to know your business. I was like, I don't care. They can watch me.
Yeah.
I have nothing to hide. I'm proud of my life. I'm proud of me.
Right.
And I have nothing to be embarrassed about. I don't regret anything in my life. Do you have any regrets in your life?
A few.
Yeah, I know the one thing, but
yeah. A few. But I mean, at the same time, though, like, my biggest regret is just doing the crazy shit I did to go to prison. But at the same time, I grew so much in that I really, it sounds weird to people, but I wouldn't trade those 8 years in prison for anything.
No, but now you are light for other people. You're gonna help, and like, I love you because I love that I'm nobody, basically. I told Wendy I'm nobody, and Chris asked me to come on his live stream. I was like, I have barely 900 followers. I was like, and he asked me to come on. I'm so honored, that you.
And I'm nobody too, and that's kind of when I first started doing these, like back in March. I think my first one was the end of March. So what is that? 8 months ago now.
But it takes a nice heart to add a lot of people to come and let them shine. Like I cannot stop talking. Like, I'm out shining right now.
And I love it.
So it's a nice soul. I told you before. I love what you're doing, that you all kind of people. Because the one thing when I came to America, I never liked was like, I never understood the obsession with like movie stars and like
Yeah, I don't either.
celebrities. Like in that YouTube, in that video I created, to me, we all are celebrities. Like I remember I was working in Harrison in pizzeria and they were shooting that show Sopranos in Harrison, New Jersey. And the guy from Sopranos came to buy pizza. And I didn't know who that is. He was very rude and nasty. And I was nasty back. I can't be nasty. And then woman
No.
came, oh,
I don't
and
believe
then
that at
and
all.
then woman came in and she was like, "Oh my God, do you know who that guy was?" I was like, "No." And she was like, "Oh my God, he's a big actor from." I was like, "What is Soprano?" It's like I didn't understand that obsession. I was like, I celebrated teachers and artists and architects and doctors. My biggest respect is for for moms in general. Like mom, being a mom, I admire every woman who has a job and has kids. Like I would go nuts. I could never do it.
Yeah, I would too. I'd go
I have
nuts. And
so much respect.
I'm the oldest of seven, so there was always a baby in the house.
Yeah, I have so much respect for moms. I
Hmm
could never do it, and that's why I never wanted to be a mom in this lifetime. I'm mother to three boys, furry boys.
Two cats and a dog.
Yeah, so I could never
So,
be a mom.
how's it going with the dog?
Oh, can you see these wrinkles under like the bags, eye bags? It's crazy. My boyfriend was like, "I'm gonna help you for a month." Oh, well, great. No help whatsoever. I've never. I mean, he's so cute, but like, I never had a puppy, so you have to train him.
Yeah.
Yesterday he threw up on the carpet. He peed and pooped on the carpet. While the kids are meowing for food, while my boyfriend is sleeping. So I'm like, it's crazy. But hopefully they will love each other
Yeah.
because he chases them and he advises people what to do with the cats and dogs.
Good luck. That's all I'm gonna say.
Because I thought French bulldogs are lazy, that he wouldn't run after them. He
Oh, I
has
don't
my
know.
personality, let me tell you. He's so stubborn and lazy. But when he sees cats, he's running like crazy.
He'll get used to it. He'll outgrow that.
I hope so. I hope so.
Maybe.
Oh, shut up. I hope. I hope so, because I mean, we would have to give him away. I said every time he barks, I was like, "You want to go back to the?"
Lupe says she needs another dog.
Oh, well, okay. Let's take Ziggy. No, he's so cute.
Yeah.
I know. You're my love. I'm talking about Ziggy, and he's meowing at me here. He's the cutest. I never had pets in my life. This is the first time.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't. No, my boyfriend begged me for a cat. All our 8 years in relationship, and I said no, no. And I said, and then one day I said, if you find a white cat with blue eyes that reminds me like it's my child, like white with blue eyes. He found Siberian breeder, and he brought a Siberian cat that I think who died, 7 months old.
Yeah.
And then and that opened my heart so much.
Yeah.
I said I cannot love anymore, because I always felt like my heart is like full. I love so much. I do everything with so much love and passion. Like I told you, my heart speaks faster than my brain. Sometimes I get in trouble for it. So the animals, like, they open up new world to me. Like I'm treating, every time my boyfriend yell at them, I was like, don't yell at your kids. They have soul. And
They
I
are
told them,
just like kids.
and they are
though.
so spoiled, Chris. They have like 5 different kind of like turkey and lamb and chicken and whatever.
Oh my
And I talked to
gosh.
them. I was like, Christ and Lloydie, what would you like to eat today? And Joey screaming from the other room was like, do you think they're gonna answer? I was like, you never know.
They just might.
You never know.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, our time is ending.
Our time is ending. Lenka, thank you so much for coming on.
No,
Like, I
thank you.
enjoyed this so much.
Yeah, okay. Probably she couldn't shut up.
No, I loved it. I like it when
I
my
loved
guests
it. I'm so
talk.
grateful.
I like it when my guests talk because that means I don't have to.
I'm
And I
so
like
grateful that you
that.
invited me and that you noticed me with all these people around you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, everyone, this is the final stream of the year. I will not be streaming at all during December.
Well then,
except there is going to be on the 17th on a Friday night, there is going to be a LinkedIn takeover. We are going to have an ugly sweater party live.
nice.
Yeah, we're going to be paired with everybody's going to pair their page, and we're going to be on 10 or 12 different profiles at once. So we're going to take over your feed on Friday night, the 17th, and just have a LinkedIn Friendsmas takeover. And that's going to be all I'm going to do until January. And I've got some really awesome guests lined up. No dates nailed down yet, but I've been talking to people about coming on. So I've got some really amazing guests lined up that I'm really excited about, but I'm going to take the month off and just kind of chill out and kind of think there's going to be a little bit of rebranding coming up after the first of the year, and just kind of be focusing more towards making it more professional, I guess. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, but
Do you need a backdrop for your office?
I do need a backdrop in a very bad way. My boss walked in here the other day. You can't see it now because I have the overhead light off, but it is a terrible color of almost like burnt orange or burnt sienna or something. Like, it's just absolutely terrible. I'm hoping though I can get some internet fixed at my house where I can do this from my house and my office at home.
Okay.
Because I'm at work right now, because my internet at home is terrible.
And I thought we have a horrible internet.
Yeah,
here.
like I live out in the country, and there's no fiber out there, and it's terrible.
Yeah.
But so yeah, that's
Well,
what's
thank
on
you
the
for-
horizon.
Thank you for bringing me on, and thank you
Yeah.
for all the people who were with us.
Yeah, thank you for
I had a
coming
good
on.
time.
Yeah, I did too. I
Well,
enjoyed it.
Happy New Year, guys. Then if I don't see you.
I'll still be on LinkedIn. I just won't be streaming.
Yeah, I'll be
so that's
harassing
it.
you.
Yeah, I'm sure you will.
Oh, excuse me. I bored you, and now I'm annoying you. Oh my God.
Yeah, well, that's just the way it goes sometimes. All right, y'all.
Well,
Y'all
thank
have a
you